So this is where I am with the tub. It's the only piece of the car which now is not painted. As you can see, I put this piece of plastic in to support the seats that I made. They were featured in an earlier video. And what I've been doing is just sorting out the windscreen. Now the windscreens that comes with the car is two small racing windscreens. But you see a lot of cars with a full width windscreen, and some even with a full width windscreen and a racing windscreen on the driver's side behind it. And what I've decided to do is to build this full width windscreen. So first thing I did was I made this piece, which is actually too small, so it got thrown away, and I went away and I made another piece. So this is the windscreen piece. As you can just push that into position, so as you can see, that's a nice fit on the bodywork, and I've made the piece which will sit on top, which will support the actual glass of the windscreen. The other thing I've done, when you look at the original items, they're pressed steel and they've got these ridges, so I've fabricated those out of some very small 1/2 inch round. So the next piece to do here is to work out how this will pivot in the catches. So you can see I've put some circular pivot points at the end, how that will go into there, and then secure the whole thing down. So I've got to do that. These, let me get one out. These are the kit small windscreens. As you can see, they're not going to fill this space. So I've got to make new glasswork for the windscreens, which will fit into this component, which goes on the top, and that'll be a modification that you certainly see it in a lot of real live Alphas. So this one will have that modification too. As you can see here, I've now painted the components of the new windscreen assembly that I've made. So here is the, just hold it into the light so you can see it slightly better. So this is the base unit which wraps around the body. I've then got the upper component which can be moved down and up depending on what the driver wishes. And you can see I've also made some glass components to go in. I've got 2 of those ready to go in. The other thing I've made is some small little tightening handles which go on the edge to secure the windscreen in the upright or the down position. In practice, they will not be tightening the windscreen up because there's no forces acting on it normally, but they're there for completion. So I'm going to go away and assemble this component, and then I'll come back and show you it fitted onto the body a little bit later. So here it is. That's the new windscreen fitted to the body. It's now got I've got a few holes to drill so it can be secured. As you can see, it turns down. Very often you'll find in the car that there's a secondary windscreen for racing purposes when you don't want the drag of the larger windscreen. Undecided at the moment as to whether I'm going to fit that or not, but there it is, my finished windscreen.